What's up, y'all? This is Marcel Wiley, that dude at ESPN. Y'all know y'all watching HoopJab. Whoopsh.
Then you come punches, and then we started looking for the punch all the time. That one punch knockout, I think that was the biggest mistake he was making, and he's not making that mistake anymore. He's breaking people down and taking them, breaking them down slowly and taking them on the later rounds.
Were you and Manny concerned that he was going to become a boxer again tonight, or did you pretty much figure it out?
Pretty much, it was what we saw on tape. He was that guy that was going to try to knock down and so forth. And then I remember Boo Boy crying in the corner that day, and I said, Boo Boy, what's wrong? He says, he's not supposed to go to the ropes. I said, yeah, I know. So then I said, Manny, you're not supposed to go to the ropes. He said, yeah, but I want to see how hard he punches. And I said, does he hit hard? He says, yeah, but I can take his punch. And then from that point on, the fight was ours.
There is a warrior mentality to Miguel, though, isn't there? I mean, how do you, coach that out of him, or let him pick at spots with that? How do you deal with that?
Pretty much is that we just brought back his foot movement and his speed. And the thing is, if Miguel does hurt you, I mean, he will finish you. I mean, he is a great finisher, and he still knows how to do that very well. And he's very strong now also. And the thing is, he's in really good shape now. And one thing we did, I think, best to Miguel is that we put him in a weight class where he's comfortable at, and he's happy, because he has no trouble making weight before. And I mean, all you guys used to ask me, like, why doesn't that fucking guy smile or something like that, I mean, I even wonder sometimes, but the thing is, making weight is, it's hard work. I mean, when he was making 140, it was hard work, and he was miserable. And I remember when my father wouldn't even come near me when I was making weight, because I was as bad as him. I mean, so when I moved up in weight class and moved out a higher weight class, and I took him off the boat for a long time because I think at his age he didn't need that pounding every day. And you put him on some of the machines and softer type cardio workouts, and his legs always feel a lot fresher now, and he's just a better fighter right now. I mean, he's happier because he can eat. He's not going into the ring like with dead legs and so forth. Kept running the mountains every day, running the hills every day, which his last trainer liked him to do in the high altitude and so forth. So I think this is just why he's a better coach today, because we just went at it about it with a smarter way, actually.
Freddie, what's your scouting report on Canelo? How would you describe him as a fighter overall?
He's a good puncher. He's got a very good right hand. I mean, he's a little bit dangerous. He's young. I mean, he's a little bit. I'm not sure how durable he is, though. But I think he can be broke down, and I think he fatigues in the middle rounds quite often in most of his fights. I mean, he's very good early, and I think in the later rounds he fades a little bit.
Freddie, you have questioned his conditioning and work ethic, haven't you? Why?
Because he trained at Wild Card West for quite a while, and he didn't show up every day, and I get reports every day when he did show up and when he didn't, and one time they couldn't find him for a week. So, but you got a young kid that has the world by the balls. I think he's going to do what he wants.
What's the punishment when a fighter doesn't show up?
Canelo having his girlfriend at all time at his practices now. Is that a distraction for him?
I don't know his girlfriend, so I wouldn't allow that. But the thing is, I'm more old school than that. I think it's a distraction, yes.
Freddie, what's the punishment inside the gym if you don't show up as a fighter? Do you have a punishment? A gym punishment, gym rules?
Well, the thing is, when I had Chavez and he showed up for 5 days out of 30, I mean, the thing is, even though his father wanted me to stay, I did have to quit finally. I mean, because the only reason I stayed in the first place was because his father kept asking me to, and I respect his dad a lot and so forth. But then I can't be his trainer anymore. I mean, he was great for the first 4 fights together, but then I'm not sure what happened in that last fight. He felt like he would eat Cheerios in his underwear at home.
Fred, how much do you think Miguel's experience is going to play?
What did you think of the way Canelo fought?
Yeah, that was pretty. He a good fight. I mean, he's clever. I mean, he can box at different times, and sometimes he gets a little anxious and wants to go for the knockout. And like a lot of people are asking, like, you know, because this rivalry between Puerto Rico and Mexico, like the crowd can get under anyone's skin there, and kind of make it maybe into a brawl because of the competition, you know. So, and I'm ready for that, though. I kind of hope that happens a little bit, because I do believe that this is going to be the best fight of the year. I think it's a great matchup. I think it's young versus old, and I just don't think we're that old.
Freddie, how much do you think Miguel's experience versus Canelo's inexperience is going to come into this?
Well, that's what we're working on, and that's what we're going to do. But the thing is, I mean, how much is his youth going to take a toll on that? You know, I mean, because youth is very good also. So you've got a little bit of both. You got Puerto Rico, you got Mexico, you got young, you got old. This fight brings a lot to the table. It's a very exciting fight, I think.
The 10 years difference in this fight. Okay, I mean, how does that? What will we see in the ring that's going to show that 10 years difference?
You know, you're going to see a young, explosive guy against a smart boxer. I think tactically it looks great. I mean, on paper, it's like the perfect match. You know, the boxer goes to the slugger and so forth. But who's in a box and who's in a slug right now, we haven't determined that yet. Because I mean, again, like we talked about, the crowd's getting behind these guys, and you know, he has a big Mexican following, of course, and he draws a lot of people. And then we have a big Puerto Rican, and they're both very proud of their countries and so forth. So. It could turn out into both guys being very offensive and going at it, and if that happens, I think I like that. Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah.
Freddie, 1 second. Right here or there? Here or there? This one?
I don't care. What do you want?
Wherever. Wherever?
Right there. No.
So this one right here in the middle?
No.
Or this
It's too big.
one?
Right here. This one. Right there. Yep.
Freddie, Canelo moves around a lot. He's got lateral movement and dexterity. How do you plan to attack that type of style of fight? He's quick with his hands, too.
Well, we have lateral movement also now, and we're pretty quick with our hands. I'm not really worried about that so much. The biggest issue for me is that you can't go to the ropes with him, because if he gets you on the ropes, he's very dangerous, and he has a great 1-2, and he's very long with it. He's just a little bit taller, but I think he has a little bit more of a reach advantage. And the thing is, you know, if he does, when he throws that long jab, that long right hand's going to come behind it. And if he get caught in the ropes with that, it's not a good place to be. So we've worked on boxing, you know, being smart, staying off the ropes, and it's our game plan's coming through pretty good.
Do you feel confident in the matchup of trainers, you versus those guys?
I don't really think of it that way. Of course, these trainers.
What do you think of those guys?
They're nice guys. I mean,
do you think that they have what it takes to get him where he needs to be?
Well, they got him to a world championship, so I mean, I can't say no. I mean, you know, they've been known for having a lot of fighters in the years and so forth, and then now they finally got a guy who made it, and it took a long time coming. But the thing is, I mean, obviously they're doing a good job with them. So I mean, I don't, you know, the one thing about the trainers is we sit down during the fight and we don't fucking fight. So, you know, so it's up to the fighter. It's who absorbs from the trainers, who takes it in the best, and who's going to come up with the best game plan. Me or them.